This is Sylvia Saber with OPtv Global Headlines, starting with the top international stories for the day. Afghanistan's Taliban leaders have met with British officials for the first time since taking power in Afghanistan. British Prime Minister's envoy for Afghanistan, Simon Gass, discussed humanitarian crisis and ways to prevent the country from becoming an incubator for militants with the Taliban. US President Joe Biden has spoken to his Chinese counterpart and that both have agreed to honor the Taiwan Agreement. China claims Taiwan as its own territory, which should be taken by force if necessary. The United States State Department has published the number of nuclear warheads the country stockpiles for the first time in 4 years. The U.S. military maintained 3,750 active and inactive nuclear warheads, down by 55 from a year earlier. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has dropped from the Forbes 400 list of America's richest people for the first time in 25 years. Trump is worth an estimated $2.5 billion, which leaves him $400 million short of to make this year's list. Pipeline that leaked tens of thousands of gallons of oil into the water off Southern California was split open. Coast Guard captains said that divers determined about 4,000 feet of the pipeline was laterally displaced by about 105 feet. However, cause of displacement still is under investigation. United Nations Human Rights Council session has highlighted that people in Gaza are slowly being poisoned by the contaminated drinking water. Today, 97% of Gaza's drinking water is not drinkable, according to a joint statement by the international NGOs. The Indian government has announced an investigation into the Pandora Papers after several Indian businessmen and prominent military men were named in the leaks. The investigation into the Pandora Papers case will involve the Enforcement Directorate, the Reserve Bank of India, and the Finance Intelligence Unit. Saudi Arabia has permitted individuals associated with the education sector to travel to Kingdom from countries currently facing a travel ban amid COVID-19. Family members of those linked to the education sector could also travel to the Gulf country. Up next, we have the national updates. Pakistan Army's top commanders have expressed their resolve to continue thwarting India's immoral designs to destabilize Pakistan and spoil the hard-earned peace and stability. The forum took a comprehensive review of evolving security situation on border management and internal security. Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa presided over the 244th Corps Commanders Conference. Prime Minister Imran Khan has declared money laundering major cause of economic hardship for the people of poor countries. Addressing to World Leaders Summit Dialogue, Mr. Khan stressed on implementation of UN Secretary General's FACTI panel's recommendations, enabling the developing countries to more meaningfully alleviate poverty. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has thanked Iran for its steadfast support on the Kashmir dispute, especially the Supreme Leader level. The Foreign Minister remarked that the recent high-level exchanges have further reinforced existing ties. The Islamabad High Court on Tuesday gave another opportunity to India's spy Kulbhushan Jadhav to engage a lawyer. It is to file a review against his death sentence ordered by a military court. The Attorney General said such prisoners should be dealt with in accordance with the Vienna Convention. Prime Minister Imran Khan has approved Draft National Accountability Bureau Amendment Ordinance. It says Justice retired Javed Iqbal will stay on as a chairman of NAB till the appointment of a new chief of the anti-graft watchdog. Pakistan People's Party has rejected the federal government's decision to bring an ordinance regarding the National Accountability Bureau. PPP leader Salim Manviwala questioned whether the appointment of the NAB chairman was a major issue to resolve through an ordinance. Two health officials in Bahawalpur are suspended from service and sought registration for allegedly making a fake entry of former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's COVID-19 vaccination in a rural health facility. A three-member committee has also been formed to probe the fake vaccination. The body of legendary comedian Umar Sharif has been transported to Karachi from Germany. The comedian's funeral prayer was offered in Clifton and laid to rest at the premises of the shrine of St. Abdullah Shah Ghazi, according to his last will. The Institute of Business Administration has reinstated the student that it had expelled after he publicly highlighted an alleged harassment case on campus. The decision was taken after the executive director of the university heard university students' appeal against expulsion. Up next, we have the health updates. An electrical implant that sits in the skull and is wired to the brain can detect and treat severe depression. US scientists from University of California show hope and plan more trials after promising results with the first patient. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. 3 scientists have been awarded the 2021 Nobel Prize in Physics for their work to understand complex systems, like Earth's climate and invisibility cloak, in a research by Manabe and Hasselman led to computer models of the Earth's climate that can predict the impact of global warming. A former Facebook employee has told US lawmakers that the company's sites and apps harm children and weaken our democracy. Founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, hit back saying recent coverage painted a false picture of the company. Up next, we have the sports updates. The ongoing crisis in the Pakistan Football Federation is expected to end. The occupant of the PFF headquarters in Lahore, the Ashfaq Hussain Shah Group, has finally expressed its willingness to talk with the FIFA-appointed Normalization Committee. Both sides agree that an official of the IPC ministry will oversee the proceedings of election. England's all-rounder Sam Curran will miss the upcoming 2020 World Cup with a back injury. Curran's brother Tom has been called into England's squad to replace him. Zion Clark has officially set the Guinness World Record for the fastest 20-meter walk on 2 hands. The 23-year-old athlete set the record back at his high school gym in Ohio with 4.78 seconds end time. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. British singer Adele has teased her first new music since her 2015 Grammy Award-winning album with a video clip of the song Easy on Me. Adele posted the black and white video on her Twitter and Instagram pages. A Russian crew of a film director and a famous actor blasted off for the International Space Station to shoot the first film in space. The director and Russia's most famous actresses, Yulia Perezil, have blasted off from Kazakhstan to shoot scenes for upcoming Russian movie The Challenge. Sri Lankan singer Yohani's song Manake Mage Hithi has turned her into an overnight sensation in India. Not only is the song breaking the internet with more than 100 million views, the catchy tune has also inspired countless covers in regional Indian languages. Up next, we have the business updates. The government of Pakistan's total debt has been increased by 11.5% in August this year from August 2020. The State Bank of Pakistan's latest report showed the external debts also increased significantly by Rs 1.3 trillion in a year's time. The benchmark index of the Pakistan Stock Exchange has closed at 44,666 points, down 377.93 points from a day ago. Besides the IMF program-related worries, continued pressure on the rupee-dollar parity also caused concerns among investors. The Pakistani rupee remained stable against the US dollar in the interbank market. The local currency has dropped to an all-time low of Rs 170.79 as import payments climbed.